Yeah, we were talking to the team after that game, and it was a really gritty win. That was a really nice performance. I loved that it was a competitive night. I loved that they pushed us and we had to respond. And so it just is one of those early testaments to just the character of the team, the grit of the team. To take that hit, we had to make some adjustments. We made some key moves on our side of the net to do what they were doing, and I just loved how we came out. And then game 4 pulled away. So love being challenged, and I love the competitiveness. And on our side, we found a way to get it done.
I wanted to ask about how you think your strategy played off of Princeton's, because I think with you guys, you tend to be more adaptive on the court, where as Princeton, they seem to adhere to more of like a hierarchy as to who gets the ball first, where it goes next. So how do you think that played with Princeton?
I think first and foremost, we landslided that game 1, which I was just mentioning. Sometimes when you play that good and you hit that effectively, it's almost a kiss of death the next game. And then they came out and responded. Like, they just came in with high energy and just turned it loose, which, okay, it worked, and it worked for them really successfully. So I think what you're talking about is they just kept going to the same thing that was working over and over again, and why would they have to change? It's on us to make those plays. But to your point, I think over time, the adaptations that we did because of their patterns, we just started acclimating to it, and I think the whole way through, we just kept putting a lot of pressure on our side from just siding out, because we hit for high numbers. One of these guys over here had an astronomical night. So just his performance just kept that pressure on those guys. So over time, we found a way to get it done. So really nice question.
I wanted to ask Dillon specifically, 27 kills, I think 2 off your career high. Through 3 matches, you're hitting almost 700 on the season. Obviously there were high expectations for you, but in what ways do you feel like you've kind of elevated your game, at least through the first 3 matches of the season, and how do you see that continuing in the future?
I got one more year with this guy, which definitely helped. I think our connection's definitely grown. I worked on my serve a little bit. That was looking pretty good today and yesterday, so I'm pretty proud of that. But no, I mean, we just go in the gym, myself, my teammates, every single day, just trying to be the best players we can be out on the court, and I'm proud of all the hard work we put in. So I guess it's paying off. I'm looking forward to the next one.
I would say it paid off.
I have a question for Caleb. How do you think Princeton played to your strengths or your weaknesses based on how they played the front row?
I think they just did a good job getting a lot of touches. I think they knew we were going to set the middle of the court whenever they saw 2 7-footers standing there. But, that was a scrappy team, and they were scrappy, but, I mean, we have guys who will just keep banging the ball and eventually will put it away. So, it was nice to play against a team that would really challenge us, because, I'm not – like, this is probably the first game that we've really had to buckle down and, come within ourselves and pull it out.
Dillon, you kind of touched on this, but I wanted to ask a bit more about this is the 3rd season that you guys have played together. Obviously, you have a bit of a relationship, I assume, both on and off the court. What does that kind of do for you guys as players, having played with each other for so long, being able to build off of each other like that?
I think the connection is an interesting thing. Obviously, we're buddies off the court, but on the court, it's kind of like I know where he's going to put the ball, and he kind of knows where I'm going to be. And when we started, it was not the way it is now. But as we kept playing together, it's got progressively better. And I think that we just play well together. And yeah.
Any more questions? No? All right. Thanks, fellas. Thanks,
Cool.
Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.